Meet Margarita, a journey of hope, resilience, and love. It was a heartbreaking scene. Lying on the cold, dirty floor, barely visible amidst the abandoned landscape, was Margarita, a 2-month-old puppy. Her tiny body was a portrait of suffering, a grotesquely swollen belly, full of fluid that seemed ready to burst. Her eyes were dull, and her frail body seemed incapable of supporting any movement. Margarita was on the verge of giving up. Without the strength to stand up, eat, or even make a sound, she seemed invisible to the world around her. Passers-by came and went, but no one stopped. Until, finally, fate crossed her path with that of a young woman with a generous heart who noticed what others had ignored, a life that silently begged for help. The rescue, a decision that would change everything. Without hesitation, the young woman bent down and picked up Margarita in her arms. She felt the weight, or lack thereof, of that small and fragile body. Margarita seemed lighter than a breath, but the gravity of her condition was evident. Every breath was an effort, every second a fight for survival. The young woman, with tears in her eyes, hurried to the nearest veterinary clinic. With each step, her concern grew. Would Margarita make it until she got there? Was there still time? The fight for life, a delicate and urgent procedure. At the clinic, the veterinary team acted immediately. Margarita was taken to the examination room, where experienced doctors assessed her condition. The diagnosis was clear and alarming. The little dog suffered from a massive accumulation of fluid in her abdominal cavity. This fluid was pressing on her internal organs, making it difficult for her to breathe and causing extreme pain. The vets knew there was no time to waste. They began a delicate procedure to aspirate the accumulated fluid. The room was completely silent, except for the sounds of the equipment and Margarita's shallow breathing. As the fluid was being removed, something miraculous happened. Margarita began to show signs of relief. Her breathing, previously irregular and heavy, became calmer. And then, a small movement caught everyone's attention. Her tail wagged slightly, as if thanking those who were fighting for her. 7 days of dedication and unconditional love. Margarita's recovery would be a long and challenging process. Over the next 7 days, the veterinary team worked tirelessly to ensure that she had the best chance of survival. Medications were administered to ease her pain and fight off potential infections. A special diet was prepared to provide the nutrients that her weakened body so desperately needed. And, perhaps most importantly, Margarita received generous doses of love and affection. The young woman who had rescued her visited the clinic every day. She would sit by Margarita's side, gently stroking her head and whispering comforting words. These moments not only helped Margarita feel safe, but also created a deep bond between the two. The transformation, from suffering to hope. As the days passed, Margarita began to show signs of improvement. Her eyes, once dull and lifeless, began to shine again. Her appetite returned, and she began to eat more vigorously. Each day, she seemed stronger, more alive. First, she was able to lift her head. Then she tried to stand, although her paws still trembled with weakness. And then, with effort and determination, Margarita took her first hesitant steps. These moments were celebrated as true victories. For the veterinarians, it was proof that all the effort had been worth it. For the young woman, it was a reminder that love and compassion can transform lives. A bright future full of love. Today, Margarita is living proof that miracles do happen. She is not just a survivor, she is a warrior. Her journey, marked by unimaginable challenges, is a testament to the strength, resilience, and will to live that exist in even the smallest creatures. Now, Margarita lives surrounded by love, play, and comfort. The young woman who rescued her decided to adopt her, ensuring that she will never experience abandonment or pain again. Margarita's story is a powerful reminder that sometimes all it takes to change a life is someone willing to see beyond the obvious, someone who believes that every life, no matter how small, deserves a chance. And Margarita sees that chance with all her might, showing the world that, With love and dedication, even the darkest moments can give way to a future full of light.